Joy over here. Thanks for joining me on your mats today. And I will be guiding you through a all levels Hatha flow. Um, Today we're focusing on core work, so lots of heat, the more fiery yang portion, of yoga. So definitely, waking up those abdominal walls and being able to engage and move from the core. All right, so I hope you enjoy. Let's start in child's pose today. So option to bring your knees wide or knees to touch, which is gonna give you a little bit more of a release in your low back. So choose what you need today. Take a moment here to take a few cleansing breaths, inhaling through the nose. Open mouth, exhale. Again, breathe in and breathe out. Last one. Inhale deeply. Open mouth, exhale slowly. And then allow the sits bones to get a little bit heavier towards your heels. Maybe even rock a little bit from side to side, or move your head yes and no. Move your head from side to side. Just taking a moment to fully arrive. And then inhale, shift forward into your tabletop. And we're gonna start to move through the spine here. Warming up the spine and also opening that front body. As you move through cat and cow here, inhale, lift your gaze, your tailbone. And then exhale, round that mid and upper back, tuck your chin. Again, inhale, shift your chest forward, lift your gaze. Exhale to round. And as you start to deepen the breath here a little bit more, start to move organically. Start to move like you. Start to set the rhythm that best serves you today on your mat. Remember that every time you come to yoga, right, to step on your mat is going to be a brand new experience. All right, and then inhale. As you exhale, you curl the toes. You're going to round your spine, tuck your chin. Drop the knees, inhale, cow pose. Exhale, hover the knees. Round that mid upper back, tuck your chin. We're gonna do this a few more times. If you want more, you're gonna keep hovering your knees the whole time. So you're gonna do this flying cat and cow, which is a little bit more challenging. Listen to your body. And then release, take a child's pose, or you can sit on your heels for just a couple breaths here. Slow down the inhales and exhales. Some of you may already notice that heat building, that fire, the tapas. All right, coming back to hands and knees. You're gonna inhale, raise your left leg behind you. Exhale, stretch your right arm now. Now, option to just stay here, friends, or even drop that right hand back down to the floor if your balance is off today. Otherwise, take an inhale, lengthen. Exhale, tap your knee to your elbow. Inhale, reach. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, last one. Good, inhale, reach, bend your knee, catch your foot or your ankle here just for a little quad stretch, and also a gentle back bend here. Press through the palm, open the chest. Release your hand and now just cross your leg behind. Some of you may need to adjust yourself here and just sit back. We're gonna take a little twist here. So plant your right foot on the ground, right hand behind your back. You can either just lift your hand or press your forearm, whatever is available to you, it's fine. So as you twist to your right, grow tall from the spine. One more. Breathe big. Exhale slowly here. All right, and now you're just gonna walk your hands to the left. Keep turning all the way so you're facing the front of your mat. Take your knee down. Move through your cat and cow here. And then find a neutral spine. Pull that belly in. Extend your right leg behind you. Again, option to raise your arm or keep your hand on the floor. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale. And reach. 2 more. Last one, inhale, reach, pause, bend your knee, left hand catches foot or your ankle. Keep kicking your foot into your hand. Mindfully release your bind, cross your knee behind, and you're gonna sit back. I didn't mention on the other side, but you remember, you always have the option to extend that bottom leg here as we take a twist. So sit nice and tall, sits bones pressing down on the ground, left hand behind your back, stretch your arm, and then take 3 mindful breaths. Use each inhale to lengthen. Each exhale to twist a little more. Good, slowly release, just walk your hands to your right, and we're gonna press back to a downward dog. It depends, of course, how your mat's set up. So if you're not facing the screen, you can turn the other way around. Take a moment, paddle here a little bit. And then find stillness as you spread your fingers nice and wide. Wrap your triceps back, biceps forward. Feet hip width or a little bit wider. You can keep a soft bend on your knees or bend your knees generously, especially if you're feeling the low back and hamstrings. All right, so think of your cat spine when you round. We're gonna do the same thing here, but we're gonna move forward into a plank. So start to pull that belly in and then slowly think of rounding each vertebrae. As you come forward, you can bring your knees down to the ground or you can shift to your toe tips, lower down. Resist the weight of your body here as you press your palms. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, release. If you can, curl the toes under. Bring those knees away from the ground. Now again, toning the belly. Press yourself to a top of a push-up and then slowly come to your downward dog. So the idea here really is to move very slow and with intention, moving from the core. We're gonna do this 2 more times, friends. So inhale. Come forward, exhale, lower down. Take your hands wide this time, inhale. Spider cobra. Exhale, dip your right shoulder. Inhale, center. Exhale to the left. Twist to your right, drop your left shoulder. And release. Curl the toes. Watch so you're not, if you're gonna do this to press to the top of a push-up, press yourself in one piece. Try not to, dump into the low back here. Which is very hard, for me some days. Works some days, not so much. All right. Inhale. Stay for the exhale. Final one. Inhale, start to round that spine slowly. Come all the way down. Inhale, back bend of your choice. Exhale, downward dog. So again, if you need to modify, but you still want a little bit more challenge, keep your knees on the ground, slowly press yourself, and then take a downward dog. Observe your breath as you find stillness. Inhale, reach your right leg high. We're gonna tap right knee to right elbow, bring the shoulders forward. Inhale, reach. Twist to your left. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, step your right foot back. Take your right arm to the sky. Bring your hands to the floor. Over here, you can use blocks if you want. If not, hands on the floor as well. We're gonna take a pounce pose here. So you're gonna, or you can bring your knees to the ground if you wanna do a traditional runner's stretch here. This one is a little bit more challenging because it requires you to balance and engage here. So I feel already my quads activating here. I'm drawing my belly in, flexing my toes, lengthen through the spine, and now release your foot to the ground and you have two straight legs. Pyramid pose, Parsvottanasana. Square the hips as you lengthen. Breathe. And then just bring your left foot to meet your right. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to fold. Again, breathe in, lengthen. And breathe out, fold. Press through your feet. Inhale, rise. Pull the energy to the heart. So every time you move up and down, it's also about awareness, right? And engaging through the belly, pressing through the feet, and making sure, you're lengthening through the spine. So inhale, reach. You can always bend your knees generously here. Fold. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, just step back to downward dog. Raise your left leg to the sky. Take your knee to your left elbow. Inhale, reach to your right elbow. Inhale, stretch, and then step your foot forward, knee over your ankle. Keep your right hand on the floor, raise your left arm. Frame your foot. If you want, use blocks. Otherwise, just keep your fingertips on the floor. Or again, a more gentle version here will be that shin and knee touching the floor. Wake up your toes, lift the sternum, engage your belly. and straighten both legs. You can hop the back foot a couple inches forward so the heel touches the floor, but you don't have to do that. The heel can be, floating off the ground. You're just gonna feel the stretch is slightly different on your leg. One more breath in. Stay for the exhale. And step your right foot to meet your left. Breathe in, lengthen. And breathe out, fold. Inhale to rise. Exhale, right back down. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, step back, plank. This time, my friends, option to bring your knees to the ground. Otherwise, really engage here. And we're gonna do a few shoulder taps. So tap your left shoulder, right shoulder. Try not to move those hips too much. Engage through the belly. We're here for 3, 2, 1. Lower down. Choose a back bend of your choice. And we meet in downward dog. Raise your right leg. Take your knee to your nose. Round mid and upper back. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale once again. Final one. Plant your foot. Inhale, raise your right arm. Peel that chest open a little bit more. Good. Slowly frame your foot. You're gonna inhale, rise, high lunge. Soften through the shoulders here. Keep bending through the front knee. You can always bend your back knee a little bit more in order to lengthen the low back and not crunch, right? We don't want to crunch the low back. If you're feeling tension on your shoulders, cactus the arms. It might feel nice. So we're gonna do a little bit of movement here. You're gonna reach your arms back. Inhale, come all the way up. Again, move with the breath. Last one. Hold it here. Lift that tailbone a little bit, pull the belly in, engage through the legs and the core. And then release your hands to frame your front foot. We're gonna revisit that pyramid pose, Parsvottanasana. Maybe flex your toes this time around and find a little more sensation. Step your left foot to meet your right. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise, flat back. Exhale, right back down. Breathe in, lengthen. Breathe out, step back, plank. Just a little bit more here. Challenge, core. So, again, knees can come down at any time. Now we're gonna do plank up and down. So you're gonna drop down to your forearms, or you can just hold it here. Press yourself up and down. 2 more. Hold it here on your forearm plank for 3, 2, 1. Slowly lower your hips down, tuck your toes. We're gonna hold it here into Sphinx pose. One more breath. And then press yourself up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale, raise your left leg, take your knee to your nose. Inhale, reach, knee to your forehead. Final one. Squeeze in, take your foot down, braid your left arm high, open the heart, open your chest, and frame your foot. On your next inhalation, rise. Square off the hips, bend your front knee, tone the back leg. Find stillness, arrive. Good. Inhale. Exhale. Reach your arms back, breathe in, reach up, and breathe out, fold. Two more. Last one. Hold it here for 3, 2, 1. Hands down to the floor, 2 straight legs. Pyramid pose. So we've been here before. Try to find something new in the shape, or maybe in your breath or mind. Notice you find any resistance, and then use your breath to soften that resistance. And step your right foot to meet your left. Breathe in to lengthen. Breathe out to fold. Inhale. Exhale. And rise. Palms touch, hands to the heart center. All right. We're gonna take a little chair variation here. So you're gonna come to the balls of your feet. Lift your heels nice and high. See if you can keep your shoulders over your hips. Think as if you had a wall behind you and you're sliding down against that wall. We're gonna come all the way down. And then bring your sits bones to the floor. All right, from here, just hover the shins for both pose Navasana, or you can extend your arms, you can flex your toes or point your toes. Take a big breath in. Exhale, we're gonna come down to low boat. So the feet and the shoulders hover, gaze up towards the ceiling for 3, 2, 1, and come all the way down. You can windshield wipe your legs here. Relax the sacrum, the low back. And then, my friends, keeping that low back on the floor, notice if you're arching here, you want to bring it down. So for some of you, you may want to, create a little triangle shape with your hands and rest your sacrum here. Or sometimes grabbing the edge of the mat, it helps you to really pull your navel downwards. Now tabletop your legs. Option to stay here, or for more challenge, you're gonna lift your shoulders, lace the fingers, but don't crunch here, don't crunch your neck. So think of you creating a little hammock with your hands. So you're gazing up towards the ceiling, or maybe slightly back. Wake up your toes, pull the belly down, and tap your toes on the ground on the right foot. Come back to center. Switch. Exhale. Inhale. Keep moving with your breath here. Again, make sure that low back is not arching too much. We're here for 3, 2, 1. Very nice. All right, relax. Thank yourself for your efforts. All right, tabletop your legs again. We're gonna lift the shoulders now. Bring your arms outside your left leg. You can create a little mudra here, or you can keep that left hand on the floor, whatever works for you. Again, press through the balls of your feet, gaze up. You're gonna inhale, stretch your leg up. Exhale, hover your right leg. Inhale, rebend your knee. Extend, exhale, down. Keep going. One more. Hold it here as you hover your leg for 3, 2, 1, and release. Give yourself a little belly rub. Catch your breath. Just notice. And we're gonna do the other side now. So, again, tabletop the legs. Engage where it's necessary, but try to keep the upper body soft and easy. Lift your shoulders and bring your arms outside your right leg this time. Inhale, stretch that leg. Exhale, slow with control. Inhale, rebend the knee, extend all the way up. Exhale. Think as if you're riding a bike, but just moving one leg. 2 more. On the last one, we're gonna be holding the leg as we hover. Hover your leg for 3, 2, 1, and release. All right. Take 2 breaths here. Breathe big through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. All right. We're going to start to rock and roll here, the length of the spine. You can do 3 to 5 times. On your last one, you're going to cross your legs, and if you can, jump back into that plank pose. So you cross your legs, bring the hands, and just jump back. You can adjust yourself here on your mat. You can flow. We meet in downward dog, my friends. We're almost done here with this yang, fiery core flow. All right, raise your right leg to the sky. Step your right foot forward. We're gonna open twist one more time. Exhale, release. As you inhale, rise once again. As you exhale, you're gonna cactus your arms and lower that back knee. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hover the knee. 2 more. Last one. Good. Inhale, reach here. Lift your heart a little bit more. As you exhale, frame your right foot for standing splits. Press firmly through your right foot. Relax your neck. Now stay here balancing. You're gonna breathe big.
As you exhale, you're gonna round your spine and tap your left knee to your nose. So you have to bend that right knee a little bit. Inhale, reach. Exhale. Squeeze. 2 more. Last one. Reach back, cross your left leg behind, curtsy, reach your arms back. And inhale, rise. Mountain pose, exhale, hands to the heart. Circle the arms, inhale. Exhale, fold. Breathe in, lengthen. Breathe out, plank your hands. Move like you if you want to flow, or you feel free to skip here. If you're feeling tired, right? If your energy is running low right now. Take your left leg high. Step your foot forward. Open twist. Frame your foot. Rise, high lunge. Exhale, cactus your arms. Bend your back knee. Inhale, reach. Exhale. 2 more. Good. From here, just frame your foot. Take your standing splits, balance a little bit. Take another inhale. Exhale, knee to your nose. Inhale, lengthen. Knee to nose. 2 more. Curtsy. Raise your arms, reach them back like you're wearing a cape. And reach your arms up, Urdhva, hands at the heart. All right, good work, my friends. Let's start to cool down a little bit, right? I'm sweating. It feels good though. I know core work can be a little bit, painful and hard, and but afterwards you just feel good. And it's so important to have a strong core, not to have like a flat tummy or a six-pack, and it's not about that, but it's like toning and really being able to activate your core when you're doing challenging poses or even simple poses, right? Like create that support, that stability for your low back, and just be safe, really. So remember, yes, if you get that nice, good looking, flat belly, great for you. But it's really about just being able to be safe and understand like how to activate your core. All right, so just extend your right leg out to the side. You're gonna release a little bit the low back here. So inhale, sit toe, exhale. You can walk your hands forward. Take very slow, mindful breaths. Notice where you're feeling a little bit of tension or tightness. And again, direct your breath to those areas in your body. And slowly release. From here, you're just gonna bring your right shin forward a little bit more so it's parallel to whatever edge of your mat you're facing, and then you're gonna stack your
left shin on top. For some of you, I have a very tight left hip here. So I'm not bringing my ankle all the way on top of my knee, but you can actually move your foot a little bit higher. So this is, for me, is just too intense. It's not, doesn't feel good. So I'm just gonna modify by sliding my foot towards my shin, flex your feet, sit tall. This is Agni Stambhasana, fire log pose, and maybe that's where you stay today. If you're like, okay, I can probably use a little bit more sensation, you start to walk the hands forward. And you know, friends, remind yourself that less is more. You know, it's not about forcing and being like, oh, I really need to bring my forehead to the floor. Again, work with what's available to you. It's not about hurting yourself or feeling pain. Yoga is a healing art. So give yourself time, give yourself a little bit of compassion, right? Be kind to yourself, to your body. We're gonna take another couple breaths here. See if you can use each exhale to relax a bit more. I'm feeling quite a bit of a, you know, stretch here into my hip. I feel a nice release in my low back. And then slowly come to sit up tall and release. For some of you, you may, you know, not feel much. Some of you will be like, whoa, that was intense. My hips were on fire. That's why we call fire lock. All right, extend your right leg. Sit tall. Inhale to lengthen the spine. Exhale, walk your hands forward. Just give yourself permission to sit with yourself, be in this shape, in this pose. As you tune in with the breath, you may start to notice things shifting. Try not to escape. Instead, just sit with it, with your sensation, discomfort, whatever it is. Or if you are at that stage where you're like, okay, all this feels amazing, and you know, you can melt internally, that's really awesome. That's what we want in yoga. We want to be able to hold the shapes with integrity, right? Whether it's a simple shape or a challenging shape, but to be able to find that peace within, right? Where you can just relax into the pose and be like, okay, I can be here forever. All right, 2 more breaths here. And then slowly walk the hands back. Now, your left shin will be at the bottom, your right shin comes on top. And you may notice that one side, you have a little bit more range of motion. This side, I can actually stack my foot on top. Not that it's easy or very comfortable, it's not, but you know, I think also it's important for us to not sit in that comfort zone where you're like, okay, I'm okay here. Try to explore and a little bit more, right? Be curious about the body, about the breath. I'm not telling you to, you know, push yourself to the point where you cannot breathe. The breath is your foundation. But also to not be afraid to feel what you're supposed to feel. All right, couple more breaths here. Notice what the body's trying to tell you. Notice if you start to grip or to disconnect. Last one. And slowly walk the hands back. Release the pose. Move the legs around a little bit. And we're gonna take a seated twist. So I'm gonna mirror you friends. So you're gonna take your left leg under and you're gonna cross your right leg over. So we did this in the beginning of the class, right? From a different transition. As always, friendly reminder, if your bottom knee is hurting you here, you wanna extend that leg. Sit tall, plant your right big toe on the ground. Now take your right hand behind you. Inhale, raise your arm up. Exhale, hook your elbow or your forearm and twist. Three breaths. Last one, twist a little bit more as you exhale. And slowly release. Take a counter twist here. And back to center. Switch sides. Bottom leg. So the right shin under, left leg over. Left hand behind your back. Inhale, roll tall. Exhale, twist. Last one. And release. All right, you can come down to your backs and set up for your final relaxation, your Shavasana. Give yourself some time to just be there and allow the body to relax, to absorb, to receive all the beautiful gifts of yoga. Once again, thanks for joining me and allowing me to guide you. From my heart to yours, namaste.